back with the end of the second lantern year. We've got our 4 survivors and they have returned from the hunt of the first level lion. They did really well. They survived. That's good in this game. One of them is fairly beat up. I mean, at this stage, Polixena has a warped pelvis and an intestinal prolapse, which means that she cannot ever wear anything on her waist anymore. So she cannot protect her waist at all from anything, because she has serious issues with her intestines. And I'm also not quite sure. I mean, when I look at warped pelvis, I really think that they should add cannot take part in intimacy roles anymore, because I don't really see how she can possibly have a child after this. So, okay, so I've got this really neat cheat sheet which tells you what to do when you get back. So first of all, we return. We remove all tokens and heal any existing light injuries. So I'm just going to erase those now. I'm just going to add to her survivor sheet, cannot put armor here. So she cannot protect her waist at all. We've also removed all of the bleeding tokens. So everybody's kind of okay. Yeah, that's about it. So next up we gain endeavors. Each returning survivor generates 1 endeavor. So we have 4 endeavors, 1 per each survivor. Next up, we do the settlement event phase. Now, this is the list, or this is the number of settlement events there are. I'm just going to shuffle them. I have already shuffled them off camera. So since they're a bit big and I've got small hands, I cannot really shuffle them very well. So I'm just going to now make a cut, and then we're going to take one from the very middle. Let's take this one here, and let's see what we get. Weird dream. Okay, if you are the only player, a survivor dreams about a giant man that controls their lives from the darkness above. All departing survivors gain +3 insanity. Okay. I wonder, is this only for this one time? Everyone who departs this time. Okay. Okay, that's it. Okay, so we gain +3 insanity, so we'll just make a note of this. Gain +3 insanity for all the people who are departing. Now that's a weird one. Update death count. Nobody died. That's good. Now we're going to trigger the story event. The story event is Endless Screams. Page 115. Let's see. Endless Screams. A scream pierces the silence around the settlement. As the noise fades, a chorus of horror rises up in answer. So here you've got a really lovely image of people hearing screams and going pretty much bonkers. The settlement erupts into chaos, trying to comprehend the source of the terrible wail. You may now hunt the screaming antelope, which is nice. We can add it to our quarry list. So we're just going to fill this in. Add it to the quarry list on the settlement record sheet. Nominate a single survivor to stand amidst the madness. They gain +1 courage and become the voice of reason. Okay, now this is going to be interesting. Let's look at who we have. We have these 4 who returned. And where's everybody else? We have 6 named. We've got Callisto, who's a strategist. And I would really like her to... Taichi. I really want to send Callistos out. I really want to send Alexander out again. I really want to send Antares out again. And Polixena, although she was badly injured, because I want them to get weapon proficiencies. So what we're going to do is we are going to... We have 12 population. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up a new list for someone, and we're going to name her Cassandra. She's female. And let's see, she is, that's all we have. And she gets +1 courage. And she becomes the voice of reason. So now we need to roll. On a 10-sided die. Oops. And see what happens here. We roll a 9. Usually rolling high is good, so let's see what happens. On a 7, 8, 9 or 10, the survivor stands firm in the face of the screaming unknown. Slow and strong words change the settlement's fear into tingling excitement. After all, the endless screams might be an opportunity to gain knowledge and harness the darkness. The survivor gains the Orator of Death fighting art. She's also the voice of reason. So we're just going to put this here. I don't know what this is, where this goes. Voice of reason. She gains the Orator of Death fighting art. And returning survivors gain +2 insanity. So, okay. Does this mean going forward, or does this mean people who have now returned? Okay, so I'm just going to rule it's the people who've now returned, which means I can't send them out next turn simply because they would go insane, because they are getting +3 when they leave. So they have 2 insanity. Alexander is... Antares, Callistos, and Polixena are all getting 2 insanity. So my best laid plans of sending these guys out next round is now not going to happen, because otherwise they would go insane. So we're going to send out Cassandra, Taichi, Callisto, and how about Sarpedon? Okay, so that was the Endless Screams. Does this continue on the next page? No, it doesn't. Update death count, nobody died. Update that timeline. Yes, we have done that. Develop. Survivors may spend endeavors, craft gear, innovate, and build. Okay. Good. So, we have received the Caterium because we managed to kill the White Lion. We have gear. I'm not sure if I want to... I'm really not sure if I want to build anything. Let's see what we've got in our settlement already. We have a bonesmith, a skinnery, a lantern hoard already, and an organ grinder. These are the ones that we've got. And the Caterium, which we just got because we killed the I do believe we need more power. So what I've got here is the cards that you can craft from the Caterium. Cat Fang Knife, Weapon, Melee, Dagger, Bone. On a perfect hit, gain +1 strength token. When knocked down, remove all of your +1 strength tokens. So we could... So we've got the Cat Gut Bow. Weapon, ranged bow, two-handed. Cumbersome. Spend 1. Spend movement as an additional... Yeah. As an additional requirement to actually fire this, so you can't move and use this. Helmet, gauntlet, harp, cat eye circlet. Reveal the next 3. Oh, you can't craft this, can you? One eye of cat. No, we don't have that. Lion, beast, guitar. Okay, I totally believe we need better weapons. We have bone, we have hide, we have great cat bone, we have sinew and fur and a broken lantern. And we also have something left over from the last time. Lion testes. Okay. We don't have any lion claws, so we cannot really build the Qatar. And we also cannot build the king spear. We can build the cat gut bow because we've got sinew and we've got bone. So we could build this, and we are going to build this because I do believe we need ranged weapons. We've 1 white fur, but we would need 2 to build anything else that is relevant. So, and for this you actually don't spend, that's interesting, you do not spend endeavors to do this. So let's see. What does this frenzy drink actually do? Because we could build it. Consume, suffer frenzy brain trauma. Once can be used once per showdown. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to build a cat gut bow. I'm not sure if I want to go down the route of building this frenzy drink. We have 2 hides. And we could build Let's see. Okay. Organ grinder. Red gear. Mask maker. Okay, so let's see what we've got. This is the skinnery. That's what we were looking for. Let's see what the skinnery can offer us. We could get rawhide headband. This is a stone circle. Let's see. Rawhide gloves. When you depart, get 1 survival. Rawhide headband. Reveal the top 2 AI. Place them back on top of the deck in any order, but only if you have something else that is blue. Rawhide pants. That's armor for your legs. For your waist. Rawhide whip. We can't do this because we don't have ammonia. Let's see what this rawhide boots. Rawhide drum. We've got boots, we've got gloves, we've got the headband. Pants, boots. Okay. The organ grinder. We don't have anything that we could use from there. Mask maker, bonesmith. Let's see. Bone pickaxe. No. Bone sickle. No. Okay. Bone axe, we don't have organs. That's not good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to I'm going to get rawhide boots because nobody has anything on their legs. And we can build 2 of those. And everybody who wears them gets 1 +1 survival. That's good. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to spend 2 monster hide on this. We're going to get our bow. We have white fur. Great cat bones, broken lantern. Oh yeah. White lion helmet, what does that actually do? White lion coat. Pounds, spend. Okay, blah, move 3 spaces in a straight line. If you moved 3 spaces, activate a melee weapon with +1 strength. Okay. Hmm. That's actually not so bad. White lion helmet. White lion gauntlet. When you pounce, gain +1 accuracy for your next attack this turn. So if you combine the white lion gauntlets for white fur and bone with the white lion coat. Okay, so what we're going to do is actually, we're going to build a white lion coat using white fur and a great cat bone. So we still have left over the lion testes, the broken lantern, and great cat bone ×1. Good. Now, from what I seem to recall is, I believe that, so we have crafted the white lion coat, the rawhide boots, and the cat gut bow. Good. All of these go back into the actual decks, because obviously when you hunt again in the showdown phase, you get to draw from them. So it's not like this would get depleted, because whenever you hunt a new monster, so a new white lion, of course, he would also come with all of his sinews intact and everything. So you just put them back, and the ones that you don't use, you just record them on your sheet for your for your settlement. So that's that. Whoops. Now we have 4 endeavor. Yeah, we do have 4 endeavor. What are we going to do with them? Let's see, what can we do? We're going to do augury. And let's see how far we get. Maybe. Oops. That was a 7. We gain +1 survival. So, and now it's 2. And we're going to do this again because we've got 4 endeavors. And we get a 6, which also means we're going to get 1 survival. So the survival limit goes up to 3. And maybe, just maybe, we can do intimacy. And we get a 7, so that's another survival. So we're now at 4. And lastly, we roll a 9, we get to do intimacy, which is good because we might actually get children, which is very important. So let's see. Intimacy. Page 125. Nominate 1 consenting male and 1 consenting female survivor and roll on the intimacy table below. Okay, I have said this before, that I do not think Polixena can have children. So it's going to be, oh, well, that's going to be difficult. We're going to choose Callistos, and we will have to create yet another... we still have girls left. Sybil. We're gonna use Sybil. And Sybil and Callistos are hopefully going to have many, many beautiful children. Now, again, the higher the better. We rolled a 5. A new survivor is brought kicking and screaming into the world. The child's eyes are free of the ink that stained the founders' faces. The settlement gains +1 population. Okay, good. So we have 13 people, which is really good. And I have an eraser somewhere. And that brings to a conclusion the 2nd lantern year of the Halikarnassos settlement. So I'm just going to write over this now, 13. And we're going to roll boy or girl, even, boy, odd, girl. Even, so it's a boy. And we're going to name him, we are going to name him Bellerophon. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. This is the end of this 2nd lantern year, and we will then move on to the next one, and hopefully you'll be joining me as well. Thanks, bye.